Welcome to Comically Comics, your one-stop listen to all things comics. We're talking books, movies, TV shows, video games, and more. I must forewarn you, though, we are a spoilercast, and what that means is we consider all properties, past, future, and present, to be valid, and we will spoil the hell out of them. I'm your host, Michael, along with my two co-hosts, Richard and Jeremy, and with all that being said, let's get started. All right, it is Sunday, August 4th, and we are on episode 150, y'all. 150 episodes. Nice.
You couldn't get rid of it.
Right? Even if they wanted to, they couldn't. Kept coming back.
Like a bad STD, just kept coming back.
I was going to say like a trailer park broad. Whatever. I mean, considering we're in Alabama and all.
Tomato.
Let's say.
Nice. All right. So, in celebration of that, I'm going to give away a trade. So, here's all that I want you to do. If you're listening to this, I just want you to share our profile on IG and tag us. That's it. That's all you got to do. We're going to let this go for 2 weeks. At the end of 2 weeks, I'm going to gather up all the names. We'll either do a duck race or wheel spin. We'll do something and we'll declare a winner. And then that person, we can talk over IG and I will ship you out a trade. So,
question, can I enter into this?
I guess. Sure.
Sweet. I'm totally doing that.
If you share it on IG, I mean,
if I actually use Instagram.
Nice. So, with that out of the way, and I'll remind us again at the end of the show, but yeah, I wanted to go ahead and make sure I did that just in case I forgot. San Diego Comic-Con was last week, and oh boy, this is a fucking news drop.
Holy shit, yeah.
Honestly, like looking over the list of stuff, I was like, it was really a tame back year this year comparatively to the last few years or whatever. But that one big piece of news, damn, that was some news. So we're going to work our way to that. Of course, that's going to be the last thing we talk about. So stick with us here. But first thing up, let's talk about some indie stuff that's coming out. Tales of the TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That teaser trailer dropped. That's the longest teaser trailer I think I've ever seen in my life. It's like a fucking third of the TV show that it's going to be on.
It was like, it's not a teaser trailer. It's 5 minutes of the episode.
Right? Right? What'd y'all think of that?
I guess, pleasantly whelmed. I don't know. It's just kind of we've discussed it a little bit before as far as it being actually teenagers or being in school, stuff like that. Like, we'll watch it, or I'll watch it if we decide to review it. But it's not necessarily one I'm gonna be anxious to go see. I don't think.
So your kids aren't into the Turtles?
No.
Okay.
I've tried different things, but no, that's not their cup of tea.
Yeah.
Or
Richard, what about you?
Crud.
Turtle soup?
Yeah, whatever they drank.
They don't ooze?
Or the ooze. Yeah, they didn't drink. Yeah.
When their cup or ooze.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
I was going to say Faygo.
I was going to say pizza. Because
Don't leave their slice of pizza.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
So I think I'm pleasantly whelmed, at least with this 5 minutes that I saw where they're like fighting robots and shit. I was just like, okay, it's cool. I like the more 3D animation than this 2D, but this 2D does like make the art style a little bit better. I think it's more palatable for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about the school stuff. It's still interesting to see them in school. It's something I don't think we've ever seen, but regardless, I guess if it's canon, I'm probably going to watch it eventually. I don't know if we'll do it for the show. With everything coming out lately, it seems like we may have like a stacked, slate. But anyway, I will get around to it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to wind up watching this too. My son's been into the Turtles lately. This seems like it's his Turtles, so he's fairly excited about it. I was watching halfway through the trailer where he was like, "Is that the new TMNT?" And I was like, "Yes, calm down. You got to Get off me for a second. I got to review this. He's like, this is so cool, Dad. You got to show me it later. And I was like, yes, absolutely. We will do that, son. So, so yeah, I'm probably going to be watching this. I'm pleasantly whelmed with it. I like the idea of them fighting robots. They can actually use their weapons to take out robots instead of like,
sausages.
Fake. Right. Because like, I never noticed this as a kid, but I've been doing a rewatch of X-Men, the animated series. And Wolverine is really quick to flip them claws out.
But never uses them.
But he never uses them.
Unless it's a Sentinel.
I'm like, well, no shit, he doesn't use them because they're not robots.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's Sentinels, he has no problem cutting them up or whatever. But like, he's not going to cut Sabretooth up as much as he wants to. He's not going to do it in this show.
Yep.
So it's the same thing with TMNT. It's like, as much as Leo has those katanas, he's not going to use them. He's not. But on robots, he will. So, yeah. That's me. TMNT. Cool. Daryl Dixon season 3 has been announced, and they're going from France to Spain. Honestly, it sounds really cool to me, going from like outside the states and like country to country kind of deal. But are we too late on this? Like, is this like ship sailed and like out past the horizon now? Like, does anybody really give a fuck about this anymore?
Yeah.
Well,
yes, absolutely. Like, the reason why I'm laughing is because my note says, "Who cares? I didn't even know this show started."
I see. That's what I was going to say too. It's like I didn't even know that there were the first 2 seasons. I mean, I just didn't.
I knew they were planning on doing a show like that, but I didn't know it started already. Let alone it has 2 seasons
right
behind its belt.
Yeah.
They're going to be bringing Carol back for this as well, so it's going to be them 2 together. Out of all the people that I like seeing them 2 together.
Yeah.
Right,
so, but what are y'all's thoughts on this?
I mean, I don't really have much, I guess, because I do like. I'm with you as far as bringing Carol back because that was always fun watching that, but I obviously am not probably going to take the time to go back and watch these other 2 seasons, let alone this one.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was always like during The Walking Dead, I thought it would have been cool to see what was going on outside in the other parts of the world. But so I'm kind of with you on the too little, too late type thing. Like, I think they should have done that. Mixed it in before they screwed the whole storyline of Walking Dead up, basically, and they could have just done better. Because even like the Fear of the Walking Dead, that was still in the U.S. I mean, it just, I don't know, it didn't. That one just didn't do it for me. It was just more of the same, basically, of what the original Walking Dead. They're just trying to make more money from it just because they put Walking Dead on there, kind of thing. So
yeah,
I agree that it's definitely too little, too late. I think it would have been cool to see earlier on, but yeah.
Yeah, Fear of the Walking Dead was so mishandled. We were led to believe that it was going to be this like seeing the zombie apocalypse like break out, and like we got that for maybe like 3 episodes, and then it was just The Walking Dead again, but in California. And I like the concept of seeing the rest of the world and how they handled the zombie apocalypse and what sort of fucked up shit they got into. But it's too little too late. Like, they should have done that with Fear of the Walking Dead. I like the idea. Someone originally, like in the subreddit, mentioned that like Fear the Walking Dead should have been an anthology, which each season deals with like a certain group of people. They deal with this. Next season's a completely different group of people in a different location. And you just do that all around the world. And that would have been way cooler, which it seems like maybe they're doing that now. But again, like the word of the day is too little too late.
Yeah. I don't know how many episodes each season have. I know Daryl is already like season 1. That's already out on like DVD and Blu-ray.
Damn.
So if I find that for cheap enough, I'll probably pick it up and give it a watch. But as far as like trying to catch up now, nah, I'm not worried about catching up. Like, I'll let it play out for what it is. And if I can grab it on physical media, then I will. And I'll go about it from there. Or if I get, an opportunity for like a free weekend or something like that, then I may partake here and there. But outside of that, it's not a priority for me.
Is it on? So it's not on any kind of streaming, really?
That's the other thing. is that it looks like it's only on like the AMC channel because it's The Walking Dead.
Okay. Yeah.
And so then their streaming service, AMC Plus.
I got you.
So I don't even think that they're doing, because like Netflix has Walking Dead or used to have Walking Dead.
I think it still does.
So does it still have it?
I think so, yeah.
So I don't know but like Hulu had Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So like you could watch Fear the Walking Dead on Hulu. So I don't know if they've started branching Daryl out to other streaming services or not, but that seems like a bad move to just have it on your streaming service, honestly, in my opinion, anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't see too many people clamoring to be like, you gotta have AMC Plus. I don't even see how that shit's still going around, honestly.
Same.
Yeah, I don't either.
The state of streaming is just a absolute fucking lawless wasteland. It's the Walking. It's a perfect analogy for what The Walking Dead is.
Yeah.
It's the inevitable. We knew it was going to come to this. We all knew it. We'd been clamoring about it for years, and it's just finally here now.
Yeah.
So, and getting worse.
Absolutely worse.
So they're gonna have the talking Daryl or anything like that, or
I don't know. I don't. I mean, anything for views, honestly.
yeah.
I forgot to mention that the TMNT, by the way, is going to release August 9th of this year. So it's pretty close.
Yeah,
pretty
very
close.
soon.
Yeah.
Hellboy, the Crooked Man, the actual new whatever trailer came out. Release date for this is going to be September 27th of this year. So what are y'all thinking about this newest trailer that's come out?
Sweet. So real quick, it's coming, so you got an actual date? I've been searching everywhere for a date. All it says is just coming soon, 2024. So
yeah, no, the one that I found said September 27th, 2024.
Sweet. Sorry. Anyway.
Right?
I'm sorry. I guess I'll go with my whelms.
Sorry.
So the teaser that we watched like a week ago or something, it did not get me hyped at all. I was just like, it's okay. I mean, it looks very low budget. This one has me more hyped.
Okay.
There's a lot more shots in the dark, because I was like, there's too much light going on for a horror Hellboy. The effects look pretty good, especially with the snapping of the bones when the Crooked Man's murdering someone, I think. I still don't like the VFX, or not the VFX, the prosthetics and makeup for whatever his name is that's playing Hellboy.
Yeah.
Jack Kesey, I think is his name.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But anyway, I don't like the proportions of the horns are off. I talked about it in that last time, and then mostly the biggest issue is the yellow eyes. But regardless, it's got me okay, this could be good. This could be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there the same as far as I was already kind of excited about it, or from what we had talked about before. And so, I mean, this one it just definitely kind of capitalized on that kind of creepiness and the sounds and the movement. It's just, it gave me the heebie-jeebies a little bit with it. That stuff just, oh man, that's part of the reason why I can't do the face huggers, the actual the face thing, and then it busting. Okay. But yeah, I as far as the critiquing on his whole VFX there, his costume and everything, it looks all right. I mean, I'll be interested to see the full thing, and hopefully it turns out better. But I'm honestly surprised that it's coming out this early too. I mean, this quick. I didn't realize it was going to be just next month. I figured this would be a next year type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was me. When I saw the date, I was like, oh shit, this is quick.
Yeah.
I'm having to echo a lot of what y'all are saying. I know Jeremy last time was like, yo, this looks like a legit horror movie. And if that's what this is, he was on board with it. This gives me so much more of that now, where it's we're actually going to get a horror Hellboy movie. And I think that's fantastic. I think that's what they need to do. That was some of the best stuff from Marvel, is when they actually did a genre movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so Hellboy needs to capitalize on that, I think, right now. They need to capitalize on the time of year, because this is going to be close to October, and making it an actual horror movie. Perfect. Yeah. I think that will be fucking perfect. So I'm hoping they do great with it. I'm not too hip on the horns as well with Richard, but in general, I like that he has more of that slender face, but kind of bigger body.
Mhm.
Like and then it looks like his regular arm is a lot skinnier
Yeah.
than like, the Hand of Doom. And so, yeah, I'm digging that a lot because it just gives me a lot of Mignola feels for it. So, and that's like trademark, you know what I mean? Like he's the
Yeah.
creator. Like that's what I think of when I think of Hellboy. So I would love to see something like that.
Yeah, it'd be really cool too. Like if it did that well, and it'd be like one of those things where you see all the Hellboys for Halloween or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna take your kid to see Hellboy?
Probably not. No, they're not. Definitely not scary film friendly.
But we definitely need to confirm this date, though. Make sure that I wrote it down right, and then look and see when we can do the Crooked Man. Are you going to want to read it before you go see it, or you going to want to see it and then go read it?
I want to read it before I see it, but that's just me.
Okay. Okay, we can read it before. Like, there's part of me that want I'm kind of back and forth on it because there's part of me that I'd like to read it before just to have a baseline, but I also don't want it to be like a God of Thunder thing where I read it and it just was terrible. Especially with it being the Hellboy, like trying to make a comeback or something like that. I don't want it to like fall flat because of story that it was supposed to be following.
I mean, we can read it afterwards. I can read it ahead of time, and then we can just talk about it afterwards. It don't matter.
Yeah.
We'll let you make that call, Jerry. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Creature Commandos coming out in December of this year. Just looks like Harley Quinn to me. I just get total Harley Quinn vibes on it, which Harley Quinn is good. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I'll watch this because I assume we'll talk about it on the podcast, but I'm not necessarily all the thrills about it.
No. Sad day. I'm excited for this. I don't think it looks like Harley Quinn at all, but this feels very like James Gunn's humor with it. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited for it. I'm pleasantly whelmed with this trailer.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just another one of those. Like, I'm probably along the lines with Michael on this one as far as like, I mean, looks decent. Again, probably not gonna watch it unless we review it, kind of thing.
So that's what's going to be the weird part about this is that this is the technical beginning of the new DCU.
Yep.
Or was it DC Studios is what it's, the new logo and all that jazz would say. They showed out there on San Diego Comic-Con as well this year.
DCS.
Which is pretty cool, honestly. Yeah. So I wonder, only time will tell, but is this going to be something that we need?
What do you mean?
Like, do we need a Creature Commandos movie?
Oh, like if it's just a pointless
One-off
kind of thing? Or like,
well, like, so if Frankenstein shows up in another property, are we going to need to have watched Creature Commandos? Are they going to do a good job about making it to where, because like the same actors that do the voice work for Creature Commandos will also be playing them live action as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
that's what Gunn
they're
said.
trying to do like a very major mix, like including like video games as well.
Good luck.
Like, they seem very ambitious.
Good luck with that. Video games are like, they take so long to come out, so good luck with that. But they at least got Frank Grillo playing Rick Flag Sr. both in this movie, or this TV series, I should say, and in the Superman. We've seen him on like the set leaks. So
yeah, they don't look alike. His cartoon avatar doesn't look like him. I didn't even think about that till now. Oh shit!
Like one of those caricatures or something.
It wasn't. His hair was just different.
I gotta be honest with you. This is such an ambitious like thing for James Gunn to be like, "Yep, we're doing this. This is gonna happen." I mean, like I said, that's a bold claim, Cotton. Let's see how that plays out. Like, I think it's gonna be way harder than what he thinks it is.
Do you think they just came to him and he was like, "Fuck it, let's just throw the whole kitchen sink and bath water and everything at it. They won't tell us no, and if they do, fuck them in anyway."
Yeah, exactly. Maybe. I don't know.
Cool. Rick Flag, the original Rick Flag from Suicide Squad, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, is going to be back for Peacemaker Season 2. Joel Kinnaman? Yeah. He's going to be back. What do y'all think about that? So we're going to have Senior and Superman, but then also the original, who's supposedly, I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
But, we didn't see a body, so going back on that. But they also did show his heart. Like they showed his heart. The building collapsed. There's a whole bunch of reasons why you should think this man is dead. Let's just be honest. So, but yeah, he's supposed to be back.
Well, hasn't Gunn come out and said that season 2 of Peacemaker is not like in the same universe as season 1 of Peacemaker, which is stupid and very confusing for viewers?
Yes. Now that you say that does remind me. Yes, I'm pretty sure he has said that it's not the same.
Yeah. So I'm gonna assume
Don't name it season 2. Do Peacemaker the next chat. I don't know. Just do something different.
I think this is so dumb. They should have just made Amanda Waller, like the Amanda Waller show, just Peacemaker 2. You know what I mean? Like, just call it Amanda Waller, and like Peacemakers. All the characters from Peacemaker are just in that series, and it's like a sequel to that, if you will.
Yeah. She's gonna be part of like 3 different universes or something.
Yeah.
Isn't she? The Viola Davis?
Yeah.
Like she's the only stable one
and
out of all this.
She can't seem to come up with a good name for a team. She always just goes, it's Task Force X or Task Force M. It's just like Task Force with a letter at the end of it.
Too much paperwork. Just easier. Just copy and paste, change the last letter, go on about business.
I see that. Yeah. Government paperwork is a pain in the ass from what I hear. So that makes sense. That tracks.
Nice. Penguin trailer coming out September 8th this year, by the way. So that's coming up close as well, closer than Hellboy.
Mm-hmm.
Saw a lot of names while I was doing the closed caption. One that has me curious is like the African-American kid named Vic. I don't know who he is. So surely that's not Victor Stone. I wouldn't think so anyways.
No,
but
I don't think so.
Yeah. I know IMDb has a name, but fuck them. I can't trust them anymore. So what do y'all think of the Penguin trailer though?
I mean, it's still kind of along the same lines. Like, as I think he's, for one, I think he's going to be great acting. I mean, because he did great in the Batman. So I think it's going to be an interesting story. I think I'll definitely see it, even if we don't review it, just because, like, I would.
Shit.
Yeah, this is one I would actually really want to see. Cause
damn.
I mean, mainly just because, like, I really enjoyed the Batman, and which is, I mean, obviously, from what our whatever, oh crap, the poll,
Batmania.
There we go. But so from that, like, I really wanted to see more of that, of Gotham, and kind of, we've talked about it some too, as far as that, wanting to see kind of more what's going on there, and I just think it'd be cool to see his background a little bit and see that progress. I mean, I still would love to see him just kind of come floating down in a rubber ducky down in Gotham somewhere. But
oh my god, oozing black goo from his mouth.
Yeah.
He does have a more prominent waddle in this trailer than he did in the other stuff.
Yeah.
I am equally as whelmed as what we said last week. It seems whenever we did that last teaser, but that's not to say that I'm not excited for this. I'm absolutely going to watch this. Colin Farrell's amazing in this role. The prosthetics look fucking amazing. Like, you again, if I didn't know it was Colin Farrell, I wouldn't know that was him in the prosthetics. I thought it was just some other actor. Anyway, I like seeing the other Falcone, the daughter. We learned that from this trailer, she's used to be in Arkham. It seems like they're doing a little bit from the Long Halloween. Remember, she was like a big broad, like a huge, like muscly woman.
Yeah.
That was Falcone's daughter. It seems like they're adapting that, except for she's just not like a giant, like hulking woman. But regardless, it seems like they're doing that, which is cool. That's about it. That's all I got really for that, because they didn't really give us much with this compared to that last one we just watched.
Right. I did see no, that was another one. Never mind. I want to see Arkham. I want to see their version of Arkham.
Same.
I think that would be really cool, especially in this like more realistic, it seems, type Batman. Not goofy, not Gotham Batman, you know what I mean? Like the Fox TV show Gotham. So I'd really like to see this Arkham, which then would kind of like give us possibly oh shit, what is his name? The villain.
Riddler?
No, not Riddler.
Joker?
Oh, you mean to see Jim Carrey? It's a Riddler?
No.
Not if Tommy Jones is in it. Damn, I can't think of his name.
Is it the guy in the show?
He was like over Arkham there for a bit. And he's a big time Batman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Now I can't remember.
Right?
Kingpin?
No, it's Dr. He's bald. He has a beard.
Yes.
I know his name.
Right? But I think if you open up the door for Arkham, then you get a chance to be able to see him. And I think that'd be cool, especially since this is supposed to be a fucking saga.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
It's his name's Hugo Strange. He's Doctor Strange.
Yes.
We couldn't remember it, but anyway, yeah, Hugo Strange.
Thank you. So yeah, I would love to kind of branch out and just slowly introduce villains properly. Anyways, don't rush it out. We don't need another Gotham.
I haven't thought of Hugo Strange. That'd be cool. I guarantee you they're going to make a cameo of at least Riddler at Arkham and maybe the Joker. But
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Well, and then we got news that the Batman 2 is supposed to be coming out October of 2026.
It's too long.
I agree. I think we need to sooner than that.
Yeah.
That'll be like 4 years since we've gotten the first Batman, will it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember when the last one came out, but yeah, it was. Yeah, that's really far.
Brother. Right.
Yeah, it's too long. It's too long of a wait.
Uh-huh.
It's like not. It's striking while the iron is cold, ice cold.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
and like too, that one did really well. I mean, so it's just why not capitalize on that?
Yeah.
Why wait so long?
I think this is due to Gunn being now, because like,
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong, I like Gunn, but like he's probably like, I'm eventually going to be announcing my Batman, and I don't know. Maybe also Matt Reeves may be busy with other stuff. Who knows?
Wasn't it like 2 years after the Penguin too?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even just however far away from Batman, but 2 years after the Penguin. That's just, I don't know. But speaking of like long sequels, Joker, Folly Ado.
Yeah.
Ado. October of this year, supposed to be coming out. So yeah, what are y'all thinking on Joker, the new Joker trailer that's coming out?
Seeing as how I hadn't really seen it, I don't know. Oh wait, yes, I did see that one. Never mind. Trying to go back and see. Oh,
you son of a bitch!
Yes, I did see it. I thought that was stupid.
It's all coming to him now. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
What did you not like about it?
I don't know. It just like, who is that supposed to be, the Joker? Like,
yeah,
because
that's absolutely the Joker.
Well, I know, but like, it's to giving like his back, like who he is, and all that. Like from what I was taking from it, I'm like, but that's not actually really known, is it? Like his backstory.
Yeah,
right.
Well, this is a whole weird like interpretation.
Yeah, so
of the Joker.
I thought that was dumb. Like I just, because I like the mystery of not knowing who he is. Really,
Yeah.
I mean that's his whole thing. So whenever it was given that, I was like, to me, it just felt like, oh, let's just throw Joker on there because that's still kind of lingering as a hot and heavy type name out there. But I don't know. Yeah.
So, but you have not seen Joaquin Phoenix's first Joker movie,
Right.
correct?
Correct.
I wonder if you watched it, which, by the way, don't watch it with your kids, but I wonder if you watched it. How or if your opinion would change then?
If yeah, I mean, I guess I could because didn't y'all say it was decent? Like,
It's dark.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's dark. I don't think it's is it a well-made movie? Yes. Is it a bright and hopeful and happy movie? Absolutely not. It has some stuff like that it wants to tell, like the meta commentary there is basically how we treat our mentally ill people in the US kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's really what the story is about. Which is kind of what I'm wondering what this trailer is about. Like, what's the message for this one? Because that's more of what this is more of like, I forget the guy's name who directed this. But anyway, I'm very curious to see like what his meta commentary for all this is. Like, what's the message going to be with Harley and Joker? But anyway.
I kind of wonder if Lady Gaga's Harley is just along for the ride, honestly. And I wonder if this is going to deal more about like our judicial system, because we get a moment where Arthur Fleck is in court and he's like, speaking to everybody. And this seems like the trial of Joker is what this seems like.
Yeah.
And so I kind of wonder if it's going to be something to do with that as far as like the meta commentary.
Yeah.
I could be 100% wrong. I don't know. I'm just kind of taking a stab at it.
I'm trying to be if Jeremy wants to watch it or if we want to watch it for the podcast, I don't want to spoil something, but like, let's just say this from Joaquin Phoenix perspective, he's not a reliable narrator. If you catch what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So we don't even know from this trailer what's real and what's not.
Right.
But regardless, it looks cool to me. I was worried it was going to be like nothing but musicals, but it seems like what we kind of thought is like the musical stuff is happening either in Harley or Joaquin's head or both.
Yeah. Yeah. I went from like kind of excited about this to just whelmed. Because like I don't like the Harley stuff, honestly. Like I don't, because they're just making her another patient.
Yeah.
And like even I will, to watch this, I will definitely have to get that out of my head and like take it for what it is kind of deal and take this interpretation and kind of go with it. But like that's not Harley.
Yeah.
Like she she was supposed to be the help. She was supposed to be the doc.
Yeah.
And Joker's psychotic, his
insanity.
His mental fuckery, like I don't know, sociopath, like being a sociopath, being able to sit there and manipulate somebody, like him being able to do that to Harley, that was kind of like, that's like the biggest factor of that. So, and it doesn't look like Harley is professional at all in this. Now, again, if this is through Arthur Fleck's eyes, and he's telling the story, then yeah, that could all be bullshit.
Yeah.
Like you get to the end of the movie and it's like, Arthur, are you there? And it's Harley and she's normal. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah, that's kind of my point is like, we don't but due to the thing at the end of the first movie, we don't know what any of this could mean. Right.
So maybe if they stick with that could be a really fucking cool twist.
Yeah.
But as far as this, just I have to get out of the mental aspect that this version of Harley may not be professional and be, go along the story of being mentally abused.
Yeah.
So I did see where Harvey Dent is going to be speaking at least.
Oh, cool.
Huh. So not only, do we officially have Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn or some variation of Harley Quinn, but we may get Harvey Dent in this as well, or at least the startings of that. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I'd really like to see that. If they went from like Joker to like Harvey Dent,
Mm-hmm.
that could be really cool, especially in this world, the way that it's done.
I just want to know, like, we saw Bruce in the first one, and he's like a wee baby child. So it's like, are we doing Gotham all over again, where like all of his rogues galleries are going to be like in their late like 80s when he's Batman finally?
Yeah, it makes it easier then.
Then he's just beating up old people at that point,
Right. On to Marvel, who tried to steal the spotlight, but not with this story right here. There's a 5-issue limited series called the TVA that's starting in December. So this is also going to be, unless they feature these characters in another comic book before that, we'll get the first Sylvie Loki in this comic book. We'll get the first Miss Minutes in this comic book. And I believe the first B-15 as well. So I don't know if people are going to be hyped about these characters or not. Usually the comic market goes, there's like a Miss Minutes cover. It's like her first cover appearance that's already come out. That book went stupid when it like dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Considering, nobody takes the Sylvie Lushton from, I can't remember the book now, but that character's first appearance in comic books, they don't take that as hers, then maybe they'll be interested in this one. I don't know. I don't know. But 5 issues, limited series, TVA. I kind of wonder if Marvel's trying to do something, like test the waters of like, can we bridge, movies, TV shows, and comic books? Like, I don't know.
I think it looks cool. I'm kind of interested. The question I have is the whole like, we're calling the movie universe Earth 616, but then the comic book universe is Earth 616. And if they're bridging the two, what the fuck do you designate the comic one and the movie one?
Don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ask me questions. Get him out of here.
Right. Don't ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you got any thoughts on this?
I mean, it does look interesting, especially seeing like, I don't know, just seeing like how the different variations of Miss Minutes or Miss whatever she becomes.
It looks like there's a Mr. Minutes.
Yeah.
And then like
and
Doc Minutes.
A nurse.
Nurse Minutes. That sounds better.
Yeah.
Maiden Minutes.
Hello, nurse.
So, I mean, I think that's going to be interesting. And then just kind of throwing in, obviously, all the different multiverse stuff still, I guess. Even though Deadpool tried to put a stop to that, but
you got another Gambit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so,
sorry.
No, that's about really all I had. I mean, it looks like be interesting, I guess.
We got confirmation that Giancarlo Esposito is going to be Sidewinder in the Captain America Brave New World. And this here. I will say this. When they came out and they said this, that he was going to be Sidewinder, part of the Serpent Society, I was like, this at least tracks. This at least makes a little bit more sense. We are getting Diamondback in this movie as well. So, and then the comic book that I think they're kind of pulling from a little bit, the Serpent Society was the main villains of that story arc, if I remember right. And I like the idea of thinking that maybe the leader is the one that's kind of like doing the Red Hulk, doing the Serpent Society, stuff like that.
The theory is that back when, not John Hurt, William Hurt, I always get them confused. When William Hurt was in Civil War, he talked about like having a heart issue and they put it in a pacemaker or something. Mm-hmm. The theory is way back then, the leader basically turned him into Red Hulk. And there's something to keep his ticker going. And the Serpent Society is kind of like his muscle. And then Sabra's character is like the one who's like, I guess, giving the president that serum. Anyway, that's the theory. That's what I've seen on like New Rock Stars and stuff like that.
Okay. I just like that we finally got confirmation because it was so many like, oh, he's going to be Bushmaster in Moon Knight. Oh, he's going to be GW Bridge. Oh, he's going to be
Professor X. No, he's going to be Magneto. He's going to be Professor X and Magneto at the same time.
There were so many of who he's actually going to be. So I'm glad we finally just got confirmation. He looks like a badass. I'm not gonna lie. I know that the rumor is he'll show up in this movie here, and then he'll wind up being in a TV show. So it'll be interesting to see what that is, and then go on and do another movie type deal. So
I think they're probably.
I'm just do it.
I just think they're probably just throwing shade, and he'll just be Mephisto.
No. That comes with Agatha.
No Agatha news. But it has been confirmed that the Celestial Tiamat is where we're going to get adamantium. That's been a giant rumor in the community for a long time now, and so that's been confirmed. So there you go. Bring on Lady Deathstrike. Bring on Wolverine. Bring on anybody and everybody that has or needs adamantium. So
let's go, bub.
Fantastic Four is now titled Fantastic Four First Steps. What do y'all think of this? What do you think it means?
We could see him as
the fuck you mean? What does it mean? That means that's the name of the movie, dumbass. That's a pretty simple one. Fuck you.
We're gonna see him as toddlers or something. Like, hey.
Ironically, yeah.
Really?
You could see Franklin Richards.
Who?
Franklin Richards is. Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, okay. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Franklin Richards is the son of both Sue and Reed.
Oh, okay.
He's a mutant. He's a very powerful mutant. He can alter reality itself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So a bit OP there, huh?
Yeah, he's so powerful, he made Galactus his herald.
Right.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say his bitch, but yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
There was a teaser that if you're lucky enough to have seen it, then you got to see some Galactus eyes peering through a skyscraper in one scene, which was pretty cool looking. That kind of makes me question his size, though, at that point in time. So I don't know. Can Galactus change his size?
Yeah.
Is that one of his things?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He can change his size.
Okay.
Because he's fought the Avengers as like the size of a human.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was a thing or not.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that makes me feel a little bit better.
The people that have been saying that is like, no, he needs to be bigger. I'm like, guys, he can change his size. Like, he's fine.
Okay. Yeah. I was going back and forth on whether or not I can remember that. And if he can change his size, I'm cool with it because it kind of makes the question of like, is he really celestial? Because they could go that route. They could make him a celestial, and if that was the case, I would want him like bigger.
Yeah,
bigger. So
I think the first steps is invoking. So from the, I'll be honest with you, I watched the leak. Call the cops. I don't care. I watched the leak of that trailer, and I think they're invoking the 60s like space race, if you will. And the first steps are invoking that, like, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. I was making sure my dyslexia didn't fuck that up. But anyway, I think they're invoking that. They didn't really need this subtitle, but it does invoke that, and it's cool. And it is in keeping with like the Jonathan Hickman kind of Fantastic Four, because I love at the end of Secret Wars where he basically tells Franklin about how like no more superheroes. We're going to go back to what we originally were. We were scientists. We were explorers. We're going to go explore the multiverse kind of thing. And anyway, that it seems like that's what they're kind of doing is maybe this team of Fantastic Four was like the first to discover the multiverse. I'm wondering if that's what the first steps means, since it's happening back in like this 60s future retro, like kind of world. Anyway, I'm excited for it, to say the least. It looks interesting.
It could be that. It could be these are the first steps towards Secret Wars, actually.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be a lot of things, to be honest with you.
Because one of the biggest rumors is that the Fantastic Four will fail at the end of this movie. The TVA will come in to bring them on board, essentially, just like they were trying to do with Deadpool, and therefore leading us closer, first steps towards Secret Wars.
Okay.
So, or I guess in this new turn of events, Avengers Doomsday.
Yep.
Oh, you're just kind of giving me a look.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four First Steps is scheduled to come out July 25th, 2025. So, Avengers Doomsday is announced to take the place of Avengers Kang Dynasty. And on top of releasing that, we're also getting the Russos back, who did Winter Soldier. They did Infinity Gauntlet. No, not the Infinity War. Yes, thank you. And then Endgame as well.
They also did Civil War.
Did they do Civil War? I didn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So yeah, they're supposed to be coming back, and they're going to be doing Doomsday and Secret Wars. I think we're going to get a Secret Wars Part 2 as well. I don't think they're going to be able to contain all this within just those two movies.
Yeah, maybe. I don't want them to, but
because for that phase, from what I was hearing, as far as the schedules being released, that movie was going to come out early that year. Then there was going to be another movie after that. Secret Wars is going to come out early that year. Then another movie after that, and then another movie towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And neither one of those two had been named yet.
Yeah. There's also like Spider-Man stuff that's coming in as well that I'm assuming. But yeah, I don't know.
I think Sony would announce that though. I don't think Marvel would get to announce that.
Yeah, exactly. But still, it's going to be on their like roster, if you will, because Tom Holland's like connected with that. So yeah, do we want to talk about the biggest news? Because that's the one I'm here for.
So the big news is RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. is back to portray Doom, supposedly. So, theories. What are we thinking? What are we thinking on this, y'all? What kind of Doom is this going to be with Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. playing this part?
Well, I don't know. Obviously, I have no idea. So I was going to be relying on y'all for that. I just, and maybe not knowing any of those stories probably obviously hinders me a little bit, but I wasn't like real excited about it.
Okay.
Just again, because the little bit I know of Dr. Doom, it's not, obviously not much, but it just didn't feel like a good spot for him. But I could be completely wrong and completely on my own little island saying that. But yeah, I wasn't real thrilled about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So my reaction when I saw it on Instagram when someone, I think like the Russo brothers, because I follow them, or maybe it was Robert Downey Jr. I follow him as well. But anyway, I saw the shot from San Diego Comic-Con of like the lineup of all the Doom like impersonators, and then he comes out and takes his mask off, and the crowd goes wild. And my first initial reaction was just shock of like what I was seeing, because Doom is my favorite villain of all time. Yeah. And I was seeing Robert Downey Jr., but it just it short-circuited my brain. I didn't know what I was seeing at that moment. And then my next response was, no, why would you do this? Like, why? This reeks of desperation of like, hey, we need someone to be hyped about, the MCU again. We're bringing there's a little Robert Downey Jr.'s phone number on a card behind glass in Feige's office, and he broke the glass and called the number. Because
is it right above or below or next to the Miles Morales glass that we've talked about before? That was
it's next to it.
Okay, so they're of equal. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it's behind an Iron Man helmet. You have to lift up and open the helmet and then break the glass. Because first off, there are so many good actors that were thrown out during rumors and stuff that could have been Doom.
Yeah.
And I'm for our audience, I'm gonna let him cook. I'm gonna trust the process here. But that's what the cool kids say now, man.
Right? No, I'm with you.
But I'm very dubious about all this. Michael and I off podcast last week kind of worked out a scenario that could work, and I guess we'll get into that. But my initial reaction was no, absolutely not, because I won't this is kind of what I was talking about with the casting of Silver Surfer. Like, for the fans of Silver Surfer, want to see like OG original recipe Silver Surfer, not a variant of Silver Surfer. And this is me for Doom. I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see evil Iron Man. I want to see he's a monarch of his own country. He's a narcissist. He has magic abilities because his mom's a witch. He also built him a like Iron Man-esque suit, mostly to protect his body in battle and also when his face gets messed up. And like when Reed bests him, he just can't stand it. So he devotes his entire time to making like Reed's life a living hell. But also he's egotistical. He refers to himself in the third person. And like there was this tagline that they said, sorry, strap in, guys. This is going to be like a 30-minute rant. There was this tagline that the Russo brothers said along with Robert Downey Jr. with new mask, same task. And I'm like, what does that mean? Does that mean the whole like Tony wanting to put a suit of armor around the world kind of thing? Is it like, it seems like they're doing that. This is a variant of Tony Stark and it's just evil Iron Man. And if that's the case, I hate it. I even hate the idea that it's not evil Iron Man and it is Victor Von Doom. He just has the face of Tony Stark, because then I'm like, well, why is that a thing? Like,
right.
And I know Deadpool has now set a precedent of like, hey, Johnny Storm looked like Captain America, but still it really bugs me. And I think Robert Downey Jr. can nail this role, like knock it out of the park. Absolutely. I think he's an amazing actor. But I don't know. This feels so much like we're desperate. The MCU's at a low point. We need something to bump up everyone's hype. And I just think it was a bad choice.
Yeah, because like it seems very kind of like what you said, I guess, as far as like having his name and number behind glass. It seems very like, okay, the rug was pulled out from under him because of what's his name that plays Kang.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, like that all was yanked out from under him. So now they're like, oh crap, what are we going to do? Well, there's been all these rumors and wanting of Doom. Let's just throw him in there. And who do we have for that real quick? And just grab Tony Stark or grab Robert Downey Jr. and just say, you know what, he brought back or brought life to Marvel with Iron Man. So let's have him do it again. And it doesn't necessarily work twice.
Yeah.
And I honestly, one of the things that makes me think of it is it's weird, and to just go is Michael Jordan. He obviously did amazing, change the game whenever he was playing basketball, retired the second time, like actually fully retired. And then he goes and actually quits and then comes back on the Wizards. And I was like, the worst thing, that was terrible. And so it just didn't work very well. I mean, like obviously he was still good and all that kind of thing. So it'll be the same type thing where Robert Downey Jr. comes back on. He's still going to be great because he's a good actor, but I really don't think it's going to be able to do like what they're hoping.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, okay. Because I've got so much going on in my brain right now. When I first heard the news, I was like, oh, okay. This isn't what everybody thinks it is. Like, I agree with you. I think it's a desperation move. The Russos I thought were a desperation move, but I agreed with it. I was like, yes, absolutely. You're in tough times. You probably need something like that. They've proven themselves. Absolutely. I'd go back. I'd get them again too.
Yeah.
Every time I could, I would do it. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. But then to sit there and get Robert Downey Jr. to come back and do Doom, he may do it. He may kill it. He may be great. It may be fantastic. But at the same time, it's like you're kind of fucking somebody else out of that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But then I kind of look at it and I'm like, this ain't 616 Doom. This isn't proper RMCU whatever Doom. This is Doom from another timeline. So thinking of that, I'm like, okay, I can kind of get behind a Downey Jr. Doom. I do think it sucks. I think it sucks for all the Doom fans out there because it's like why can't we just get what we're wanting?
Yeah.
Which is like Doom proper.
Yeah.
You know, fucking like Emperor King, whatever of Latveria.
Mhm.
Like we know that this Doom more than likely is going to usher us into Secret Wars. This Doom could be the God Emperor Doom of Secret Wars. And it's like, we're going to take all that away and put it on a variant of Doom,
Mhm.
which is bothersome to me.
Which
honestly,
another people are theorizing that, like, you know, at the end of all this, he's going to do the like infamous Iron Man thing. Like he's going to see his variant was Iron Man and he'll become Iron Man. And I'm like, then why, like, if that happens, I'm like, I've lost all hope at that point. Like, cause I'm just like, what's the point of anything?
right?
Yeah. We worked out so for our fans, I don't know if you want to go into this, Michael, or do you have more to say? I'm sorry.
I always have more to say, but let's go ahead.
Okay. We had kind of figured out that, like, what if this is Doom from what was it? 8? Wow, fuck. I can't remember. What, 838?
838. Yeah.
838.
The Multiverse of Madness with Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wanda came in and slaughtered all of them. There was a seat left.
Yeah. So what if it's Earth 838's Doom? Because there was a empty spot on that seat, or an empty seat on that spot, and it could have been Iron Man, like Doctor Doom, if you will. Because Ultron, who in the movies, not in the comics, but in the movies, Tony made Ultron. In that universe, Ultron was good. Like, it actually worked. It would tie into like the Doom bots. Maybe they're not called. I can't remember. Were they called Ultron in that movie? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But he could be pissed that somebody just came in and like killed off his Illuminati and then fucked off to a new world. That could be what he's like. Okay, nobody, like, I'm fucking Doom. Nobody comes in here and just shits on my bed and then leaves.
Well, and this could even, because the rumor is that Tom Cruise, Superior Iron Man, was supposed to be there, and everybody knows, like, well, not everybody. For those of you who don't know, anyways, Superior Iron Man was an asshole. Like you might think that Tony Stark was no. This Superior Iron Man, this was an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, whole ass. All right, and so instead of doing Superior Iron Man, what if it? Because those suits, Superior Iron Man suit and Infamous Iron Man, those suits look a lot alike, man.
Mm-hmm.
They look a lot alike. And so what if that Tony Stark, that Iron Man of 838, got super pissed off about this and was like, no, fuck them. I'm not, no, they're doomed.
Yeah.
And then he was like, then he did what he had to do. He was like, you know what? They got magic. Fuck it. I'm going to have magic. I got tech. I got magic. I'll have all the shit. I'm going to fuck somebody up. And that was a transition to make him Doom. You know what I mean?
And Doom and Doctor Strange are kind of like frenemies in the comics as well. Mm-hmm. So that would also lead to, Strange also like he gets killed, but like that 838 Strange, when we saw like the flashback where Black Bolt like blows him away or whatever, like it would make sense that Strange is there too. Anyway, I like that idea. That's more palatable for me than like it's the new Fantastic Four movies Doom and it's just like evil Tony Stark. But it's still weird. I like that it works.
Yeah. That
works and I'm fine with it. I'm wondering, just hear me out. I doubt they'll do this. Because I think it's been reported they're giving him like $80 million to do this, by the way.
Yes.
Like, it's they're paying insane. Him. Yeah. Like they just backed up the truck and just dump it all out.
And he also said he wouldn't come back unless the Russos came back as well.
Yeah.
From what I've heard. That's a rumor, but yeah.
The Russos, like, I'm fine with them coming back just because they make competent movies. I like some of the stuff that they released, like The Gray Man on Netflix and stuff like that. Like, they're pretty good. Yeah. But anyway, what if this is not the true God Emperor Doom and they've casted someone else as Doom? Maybe this is just me huffing that copium, but and the real Doom kills Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom in like at the end of Doomsday, and that leads into Secret Wars or something like that. I doubt we'll get that, but I'm just saying.
So, to go along with that, rumor has it that he's not the actual Doom.
Yeah.
That the rumor right now is that Viggo Mortensen
Okay.
is going to be actual, like,
I've heard
second Doom.
Yeah. What's his name from My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me from Lord of the Rings?
Yep.
Aragon. There. I knew it. See, I knew it, babe.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah, that's the rumor that's going around. Honestly, I like it. I like, he's not very much, he doesn't come off as a look at me type star. He doesn't come off as a big headlining star. He just seems like he's one of those stars that kind of sits back.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like that. I like that idea for him being Doom. So that's out there. You may be onto something with that.
Yeah. Well, they're playing the thing that annoys the absolute shit out of me with all this. It's like he's Doom, and it's like I feel like the Jennifer Lawrence from Hot Ones meme that went around for a little while with like, well, but what do you mean he's Doom? And they don't say anything. He's like, but what do you mean? What do you mean? And they won't fucking at least like, I'm sorry. You could have pulled that shit off 2017, 2018, where like, here's somebody and we're going to be coy with who that person is. But the state of the MCU right now, don't fucking pull that and then not elaborate. I just don't think, I think it's such a dick move.
So another rumor that I've heard is that Doom's been around all along. And that there's been little things here and there. And I kind of shrugged them off. Honestly, I'm like, okay, y'all are just trying to like backpedal a little bit and be like, oh no, we were thinking about having Doom all this time. I've heard the rumors, but it also, they seem pretty like hell bent on Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
So, but the other rumor is that Doom has been here all along. And one of the things that I've not heard anybody else say, and if somebody has, it's just because I haven't heard you. So, kudos to you. But we've got this thing called an anchor being now, right?
Yeah.
Logan was the anchor being for the Fox universe. And a lot of people are saying, okay, well, what if Robert Downey Jr. is anchor being for here? I don't think he is. A lot of people are saying, what if Peter Parker is an anchor being for 616? I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't think he is either.
I think Stephen Strange is.
Okay.
The reason that I think that is because we've seen a lot of dead Stephen Strange.
Mm-hmm.
And what if it was 838 that they went, Stephen Strange was there. They're blaming him for that. And they're like, no, fuck it. We're finding him. We're fucking that whole timeline up. Whatever Dr. Doom it is.
Yeah.
And the whole time they've been going around looking for that anchor being because they're on a collision course now because of how long they were there. So they've set an incursion up. So now they have to go out. They have to kill that anchor being. Doom would know that was that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doom would have already known all this shit. And so he's going around from multiverse to multiverse, killing off Doctor Strange's so that he can have that world hopefully die before there's an incursion.
Which would also, I think I mentioned this last week, which is also keeping with the title of the movie of like, because I thought the title was like Doomsday, like it's Doom's like apostrophe S day.
Yeah.
And it's like Doomsday in the light, if you will, but it's actually like Doomsday, like the end of the world, Doomsday. And that makes more sense. And I like that idea. Again, I like that idea. It's just the casting that I don't like. It's this whole muddled of like, it's a variant of Tony Stark that, because I'm like, there were so many rumors of Mad Mikkelsen coming back, who played, what's his name in the first Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Caecilius or whatever. He was coming back maybe to be Doctor Doom. I like that casting. Cillian Murphy from Oppenheimer. He was also the Scarecrow in the Christian Bale Batman. That like, there's so many good actors that they could have given maybe like half of what they gave Robert Downey Jr. to be in the MCU. And I don't know. Like all of that sounds fine. Like I just don't like the casting. That's what it all boils down to. I've even heard rumors of, and that's the other thing I wanted to touch on. I'm sorry. I just thought of it. Like we still could have done the course with Kang. Like you can't sit there and tell me that like there's variants and you could just say, yeah, all those variants, the Council of Kangs, all those variants that you saw was the Council of Kangs. But let's be real here. The Council of Kang is probably infinite. So this guy is a variant of Kang, and he's the new Kang, and he killed those entire councils of Kang, and now he has a new council. There's also rumors of possibly they will still be keeping Kang in this, but not Jonathan Majors, and that he's going to play the role of Molecule Man. Like Kang's going to do something, and this Doom's going to like use it to get the powers of the Beyonder kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard there was going to be a Freaky Friday where it was like,
oh god, that sounds so stupid.
Right?
Body swap.
I've heard that. Yes, exactly. I've heard that it was going to be because the comic books did it, where it was going to be Doom in a Tony Stark body, like Doom's mind in a Tony Stark body, and that's why it was going to be the way it was. I've heard that Doom was going to be dreamwalking, and it was going to be Tony Stark's dead body or something like that, and that's how it was going to get in the 616. Honestly, I really like your idea that you were talking about just a second ago, where it was like, this is a facade Doom, and we're going to get the real one at the end of it, and he was going to kill that Tony Stark Doom. And that would be really cool. The whole movie, it's like a mystery, or you think it's Tony Stark Doom going around killing all these Doctor Stranges. And then at the end, it's like, no, I'm trying to fucking warn you guys. And then Doom kills him. The real Doom kills him. He's like, yeah, he's trying to warn you from me. And it's like, boom.
There is a absolute, like, because Doom doesn't, like, I don't think there's a Council of Dooms. You can double check me on that, but I'm not sure. Doom doesn't usually play well with others. That's the one thing about Doom, because he's so egotistical and a narcissist.
Right.
And he definitely ain't going to play with himself. I mean, he will, but like in closed chambers. But anyway.
Don't be gross, Tammy.
But there's this awesome panel from one of the Ultimate comics, and Ultron. I'll show it to y'all after the podcast. For listeners, just look up, like Google Dr. Doom kills Ultron or something like that. And there's this dope ass panel where Ultron's like monologuing about like, ha 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 ha, I've done this and I've defeated the Avengers. And then a metal hand just rips through Ultron's like head, like fingers through eye sockets, and then it just gets crushed, and we see it's Dr. Doom. And it was like, Doom is and always is the one pulling the strings. And it's such a badass moment. And I could see them doing something like that, which would be really, really cool. Yeah, the Robert Downey, like, you could bring back the OG Avengers for Secret Wars, and everyone screaming and hollering at Comic-Con would have done that in theaters. Fine. I don't understand why you're doing it with this. Anyway, I think I've pretty much like vomited off my ire about this out. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that's as far as the rumors. I'm sure there's some that I forgot or whatever, because I've heard so many rumors. I've heard there was a switch at birth, that the Tony Stark that we thought of the whole time, that actually wasn't Tony Stark.
What's the Lindsay Lohan where they're twins and they're like separated at birth? What's that movie?
Oh shit, yeah.
Parent Trap.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
They parent trap Tony and Victor Von Doom.
And well, the reason behind that is, the reason that people are saying that it was a swap or whatever is because the date in Endgame doesn't match up.
Oh.
So that's why they're saying that there's an inconsistency there with Tony Stark. And also in the comic books, Tony Stark is not the legitimate child of Anthony and I think her name's Maria Stark. Tony Stark's actually adopted.
Yeah.
So there's that too that they could play with, that he wasn't actually like the legitimate son of, the Starks or whatever, that he was adopted. So there's that as well. I don't know. I don't like any of that. I don't like the body swap. I don't like the swapping at birth. I don't like any of that. In my opinion, he needs to be a variant. If you do anything on 616, like, why does somebody look the same?
Yeah.
Unless they were twins. You know what I mean? I guess they could go the twin route. You know,
I hope
but
not.
it's like, oh, this is a long lost twin.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
That's like daytime TV soap operas. Like my evil
Right.
twin has shown up.
Yes, his name is Victor. Victor Von Doom.
Get the fuck out of it. Like, oh,
And then on top of that, I guess they could have been born twins, and the mother kept Victor but let Tony go, and the Starks picked up Tony. Like they could have done it like that, I guess, because like Victor Von Doom without his mother, the witch.
Mhm.
That's I need that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do. If we're gonna get proper Doom, I need that.
we're probably
So-
never gonna get this. I was kind of saving it because I was hoping. I was like holding out. Maybe we would get like a version of this in the movies, but we're gonna read at some point very soon. Just because I want y'all to know the Doom that I love is Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom. I may have that backwards, but Triumph and Torment. It's a great fucking story.
Oh yeah,
It's so fucking good.
yeah, yeah. That's actually on one of my lists as well. So cool. Y'all got anything else?
I do have one thing. It's a quote from the Bale Batman. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that is no truer than at this Comic-Con.
Right,
That
right.
is very
I
true.
wonder if they took that into consideration.
But yeah, anyway.
Well, Jeremy, you got anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Cool. Is there any variations that we just said that you would like to see from Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom?
Sure.
Do you remember any of those variations?
No, not all of them.
I was gonna say we rapid fired those.
I could. It was hard to keep track of like which way we were going. So
Oh,
Earth timeline, all that jazz.
I'm sorry. I forgot one thing. The only thing that's interesting from this casting is what Peter, mostly Peter for me, but like what all the like Avengers are going to be when they see like Tony's face. And he's like a villain
yeah.
now. That's the only thing that's going to be interesting with this casting.
That's what a lot of people are talking about. They're like, Tom Holland, Mr. Stark, and it's like, I'm not Mr. Stark. It's like, oh fuck.
You really are the most devious bastard in New York City.
That's fantastic. Jeremy, where can they find you at?
they can find me on Twitch under the handle Night Fury GTO. It's Night with K, and you can find me here.
Awesome. Richard, where can they find you at?
If you want to contact me directly, I have an X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram, and a Threads. My handle is Night Curry, night like day and night, and Curry with a K. If you want to contact us directly, we have a Gmail. Our Gmail is comicallycomicspodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, possibly TikTok, we'll see, and Instagram, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics Podcast. And if you want to check us out on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics with an X.
You can find me on Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox at 22_comics. You can also find me on YouTube at 22 comics. Thank y'all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did making it. With all being said, say goodbye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy.
Goodbye, Jeremy. Goodbye.
For the Fantastic Four, I have devised a much more fitting revenge. Till we meet again on Doomsday.